Hello and welcome back to the 7th series of The Pursuit of Happiness. My name is Pastor Susanna Brown and welcome this morning. Thanks for getting up extra early at 6 a.m. to watch. I've been talking in the past series again about missing the mark and about the great fall and how the great fall has had a massive impact on us as the human race. I've been sharing a little bit about deception and the transfer of the dominion and the authority of mankind over to the God of this world, which is labeled in the Bible as Lucifer or, the bright morning star. He's been, called the devil or Satan. I just want to tell you something today. Please, he's not at the gym 24 hours a day. He does not have a six-pack. He's not red and with bulgy eyes with horns. He's not. It describes him in the Bible as someone that's very frail, someone that just is a very tiny little man that has an impact and a force about him that's able to influence people and governments and authorities or countries that sway everyday people into believing his deception. So he's a master of deception, my friend. He hasn't got a six-pack. Let's just get this right. And it says in the Bible that God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit are three. Like I said, you are three. You're a spirit, you have a soul, and you live in a body. The devil also is a government. He is the principalities, powers, and rulers of darkness. It says in the Bible also that he's labeled as the Lord of Flies. So, because he's in the spirit realm and you cannot visibly see him, he's got the authority to fly. Do you remember, I don't know if you are in my era, but did you remember growing up when, in the Easter times, they used to show Jesus in the Easter movies and, when he was fasting for 40 days? And he was led to the wilderness and he encounters the devil there while he was hungry. And the devil says to him, come, fall down and worship me. And if you fall down and worship me, it's in the book of the Gospels, I will transfer to you all the kingdoms of the earth. Think of that word, kingdom, Harvard, dominion, kingship. He has been given the dominion over the kingdoms of the earth, you see, my friend. But God is looking for people like us, like you and I, that will allow God and Jesus to come into our hearts so we can have Jesus reigning in our hearts so that we could live on this earth the blueprint, the cycle, the pursuit of happiness, everything I've been teaching about, so that you, my friend, can run your race on this earth with a purpose and a passion for the reason why you were born. So now, okay, let's move forward. He's been given the term, the principalities and the powers and the rulers of darkness. Well, where do they actually have authority, Susanna? Explain that. Okay, I will. Principalities and powers and rulers. Okay, so the principalities and powers have the authority, principalities have authorities over the major nations of the earth. They go over the likes of, the superpowers of America, Russia, China, India, whatever. And what they do is they influence them through the magnitude of the powers of the governments and the authorities of those countries. Principalities, powers. The powers, they also fly around and they have the influence over every other, the rankings of other nations that are underneath the superpowers, for example. The rulers of darkness, however, are loosed or working hard on everyday people like us. Okay? So they're assigned to everyday people, and their job description is to come into every single household and cause division or strain on married couples or peoples that live in a home. It could be anyone, an old man, an old woman, a single person, but generally let's just hone in on married couples. Well, the word divorce comes from the same word as division. Division. Two separate visions in the Greek, divorce. So if those principalities or those rulers of darkness are assigned to everyday homes, their jobs are to separate people, to divide a woman and a man. Whether it's putting pressure on their finances, whether it's putting pressure on their business, whether it's a child that's on drugs, whether it's an abusive man, what is he doing? Well, he's got a file and a history of my background and my husband's background. And what is he looking for? He's looking for a foothold where he can come in through our front door and put on us as a married couple what they call a legal right to come in from our bloodline and make something like what happened in my father's background and my husband's background reoccur. Yes, reoccur. Well, how does it reoccur? Well, the foothold is disappointment, my friend, and unforgiveness. Some of you out there are carrying unforgiveness toward your parents according to how it is that they treated you, how it is that they hurt you, how it is that they disappointed you. Information time. Let's go back to Jesus. Why does God give us an analogy of a father and a son picture? It's because it means so much to us as a human race. It means so much to us. It meets or it touches on our emotions. He gives us an analogy of a father and a son relationship and how together that they came to lay down, the son came to lay down his life for the law of sin and death, for the human race. It's fast track. It's fast track. Here's Jesus. God looked down on the earth and he saw people confused. He saw them hurt. He saw them broken. He saw them lost. He saw them dabbling so deeply into the law of sin and death that they had lost their ability to know, or the conscious awareness between the law of sin and death, between what's right and between what's wrong. And he looked at the human race and saw them lost. Go away, have a break, come back. I'll see you in a few minutes. See you soon.